Top of the top.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. It's a thankful Thursday in my case, because y'all know I caught that COVID. Today I am feeling much better than I was feeling the day before yesterday and the day before that. My doctor said, fuck that pussy, you ain't going to work the Monday. I ain't gonna front though. If I'd have went to work today, I'd have been there, but I'm not 100%. I'm like about 65, 70% right now. 65, 70%. So by Monday, I'm be ready to go in there and rock and roll. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, hit me with the dice cubes so I can do the roll call. Can you dig it? Appreciate you. Angie, baby, is in the building. Yeah, I don't think I'm never changing my avatar. Yo, shout out to Liddy. I don't think I'm never changing my avatar. I just really fucks with my avatar. You dig? That's some real cool shit. You dig what I'm saying? Thank you, Angie. She said you can hear me crystal clear. She said you can hear me crystal clear. We got Always a Queen. The Godmother was the first one to hit the top of the charts. I'm in here myself. Shout out to my man, Black Gutty. Y'all already know Angie Baby's in the building. Old Brooklyn Love 7 is definitely in the building. Got some people in the background. Hopefully they'll pull up. We got Miss Pam. She just pulled up in the building. Thank you, Miss Pam. Thank you, Seven, for letting me know that. Appreciate y'all. I haven't done a hood news with my point of views in about a week or two. I've been praying on a lot of situations. Appreciate y'all, everybody that's been sending their love and asking, making sure that I was all right. I'm telling y'all, I was never one to advocate that shit with the masses and stuff. See, me, I don't be having people around me. But when I'm at work, I'm in certain people, and send the prayers out to my man Biz, my supervisor / lead. He had it last week, so come to find out, you know what I'm saying? Now I got it, and a couple of people at the job, I was told they out with COVID. So do me a favor, y'all. Send the prayers out to everybody that had, this shit hit. It's nothing to fucking play with. I was the one that was always on some, fuck that bullshit, that shit ain't shit. That's some bullshit. Ain't nobody catching no goddamn COVID, because I never caught it. And I was around people that were infected with it. Let me tell y'all something. This shit nothing to fucking play with. This shit is nothing to fucking play with. So if you do got to be around a bunch of people, rock that motherfucking face mask or something that's going to cover you up from these crazy ass airborne germs. So let motherfuckers touch you. Keep fucking with that motherfucking that sanitation oil and that cream, you know, put that motherfucking, wipe your hands, squirt up all the time, man. Fuck, squirt if you breathe. If you breathe, squirt. On your goddamn hands. Miss Pam said Biden got COVID. Yo, I never had COVID, Miss Pam. I knew something was funny because Sunday when I did that live, I just felt horrible. And then during the week, like my face just been feeling super hot. My face was feeling swollen. My eyes was just tearing up for no reason. My shoulders and my elbows, they still hurting right now. My shoulder, it's like I'm achy at my shoulders and my elbows and my knees. But it's not like the whole body. My whole body was feeling like aching, like my nose, my stomach, my cheek, my arm, my ass cheeks, y'all. I was having pain in my ass cheeks. Pause. I know that sound crazy, but this shit right here, I wouldn't wish this. Man, this shit right here. AP, I see you in the building. Old Brooklyn love. Miss Pam, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was one of them people that's like, fuck that goddamn mask. I'm gonna be walking around like a goddamn ninja. You understand what I'm saying to you? I got my Brooklyn masks. I got my low life masks. I even got my Iron Sheik pull-ups. You gonna be sitting. I'm gonna go live at the job. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna look like a goddamn ninja. I'm not fucking with niggas. I'm not fucking with niggas. This shit right here is not cool. But besides me, how y'all peoples doing? I appreciate y'all for giving me some of your time. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to hang out with me. And that's always a blessing. I haven't done a hood news with my point of views. I found some real crazy things. I count some darky of the days too. I want to go over with y'all. You got 10 people in the building. Smash that like button. If you're in the bushes, come on out and say peace. It's nothing but love over here. It's no such thing as an enemy. All we deal with over here is respect. That's on Brooklyn. All we deal with over here is respect. Unfortunately, it's people that's blocked out the chat. And you know what? Clarice, what's up? I have a bunch of people blocked out the chat, and I unblocked y'all. I'm lying.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds were cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
And shout out to this little crazy nigga, Artist Morrison. He did a live yesterday called DJ Party Artie. Artist, do me a favor, play music, my nigga. That kid, the guy can spin some music. I'm about ready to clash with him again, y'all. I think that's why artists be mad at me too. We had a 5-hour clash. I won. I ain't gonna front. I won. Keisha, I see you in the building. Clarice, I see you in the building, and I still ain't getting no shot. You better be lucky I ain't give you 10 seconds for trying to get me in that bullshit. I ain't taking no shot. Liddy, what up, boy? You know what? Me and Artist Morrison, we gonna have a clash again. That's one of the most, that's that night right there. I had a bunch of fun with the young boy. I'm not gonna front. We was up here for 5 hours. YouTube ain't give us no problems. They ain't give us no flags, nothing. We just played music for 5 hours, really enjoyed each other's company. And the little nigga tried to fight with that motherfucking music. He tried. He said, I ain't gonna front. Dice might get me with the reggae. With the reggae, he already know I finished it. I had a little tricks up the sleeves when it came to the R&B and stuff like that. But now that I've been listening to him, paying attention, the nigga got a little good selection when it comes to that R&B music and that motherfucking, that slow jam shit. So I'm calling Artist Morrison. I'm calling Artist Morrison out. Yeah. In the words of Artist Morrison, I'm calling you out, brother. Because you told me before, when we had that battle, when we had that clash up here, you said you don't give a fuck how nobody was telling you when I was tearing you up. Shout out to Tizzle Tay. Even Tizzle Tay was like, chill, Dice, you got me dancing. Artist jumped up and said, what the fuck? This nigga got a baby dancing. What the fuck he doing? But we had a great time that night. I'm calling Artist Morrison out. I want to clash because Artist told me he felt as though he won that clash. I feel as though I won that clash. But I want everybody to come out, watch us play some motherfucking music. Because I'm calling him out to the clash. He going to come out to it. And I'd rather have my nigga in his bag when he going crazy talking about that music. You can't fuck with me, Dice. You don't know nothing about this. So I'd rather do that. Yo, people, salute, bro. Word up. Good vibes. And the music calms down everything. Liddy in the building. He tearing them up. He going crazy. Liddy going to pizza shops now. This nigga's buying pizza. He got people talking about they got it where everything he want. So he got a pizza shop he can go through too, y'all. Well, I got some shit to talk to y'all about. The first thing I'm going to talk to y'all about is these ladies that was running around getting money. They not lowlifes, they not lowwifes, but they was getting money. They was stealing so much, the police said, yo, check this out. We got to watch this motherfucking store because we losing too much motherfucking merchandise. You dig what I'm saying? So check this out. Let me show y'all what these, when y'all find out what these motherfuckers was stealing. Artist in the building? Yo, if Artist isn't in the fucking building, I'm gonna be mad because this nigga got me blocked. Is he in the building? Tell me Artist in the building, y'all. Tell me Artist in the building. I'm gonna curse this nigga the fuck out right now because he got me blocked. Is Artist in the building? Liddy, is this nigga in the goddamn building? Angie, is this nigga in the goddamn building? Keisha, he said he's in the... Artist, you hit the goddamn link. Hit the motherfucking link before I get started, nigga. I called you out, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talking about, nigga. Get the fuck up on this goddamn link. The motherfucking link. I don't know why the fuck Artist got me blocked, y'all. And he's saying I got his silly ass blocked. That shit kind of got me upset because I know this Artist cursed me out a few times on YouTube, but every time he blocked me before, he went unblock me. This time they kept me blocked. Because if y'all can see him, y'all, please tell him I don't have him blocked. It doesn't make sense that I have him blocked, but y'all can speak to him. Because I be feeling kind of stupid. I be seeing people go, yo, Artist, and I'm looking for the nigga and I can't find him. That's a fact. Give him up. Nah, I don't give a fuck. That's my bro, yo. I like how he play music. I'm going to call him out. Who knows? He might have won that first one. You know what I'm saying? He said he won. I said he didn't. So we going to play some music because I know my nigga get up here and get on his motherfucking music. He going to curse me out, but he going to curse me out because he going to say I'm losing to him in music. But I'd rather keep him around me. I know people be saying, Dice, you crazy. I'd just rather keep him around me. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I've been there before. Everybody walk around like they don't understand. Some people crash out in different times. Artist a good dude. He just really got some shit going on. I'm gonna keep praying for him. That's my bro. I don't give a fuck how much he curses me out. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Certain shit he be doing, I'm not gonna ever stand by. Because Artist, he goes away. This nigga get crazy. You dig what I'm saying? But you see what Artist, you see what AP said? A walking time bomb. Unpredictable. Now see what? I wish Dog Soldier was here because Dog would tell Artist what I said. That's what I worry about, my nigga. See, y'all, when y'all see Artists on YouTube and he flipping out and everything like that, I'm safe with him doing that. Check my analogy. When I see him somewhere safe in his home, bugging the fuck out, I can deal with that. I don't give a fuck what he's saying because I know he's not out in the street. But when I don't see him is when I worry about him. Because he got no attitude now. He don't give a fuck. Never gonna take his motherfucking credit for his heart. I just want him to start using his mind a little more. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody know he got heart. But we gotta learn how to use our brain because heart is it's an essential. It's something that's needed. But the brain, that's the muscle in our body that has no legs. No legs. So if we fall, it falls. But it's the brain that keeps us alive. You know, when they say somebody is unfortunately pronounced brain dead, the brain is the most powerful thing that we got. You did? Let's get into this shit, man. I want y'all to check this out. These chicks were stealing, but I want y'all to see what they were stealing. Facts. Let's go. Fair YouTube usage.
For joining us. New tonight, police say a shoplifting ring was busted after an undercover operation at Northwoods Mall.
North Charleston police arrested the women you see there, Alicia Cooper, Shaquana Anderson, Akima Stanley, and...
Now, first, I have to say one thing. These motherfuckers look... Now, can I be real with y'all right now? Can I be real for a minute? Because y'all know I got a little comedy with my shit. Shut up, Angie. I know you're going to say something. Always a queen, don't say nothing slick. Keisha, don't say nothing slick. I'm about to say something. Artie's in the building with DJ Party Artie. Can I say something to y'all? How many of these women look like women? You hear me, Miss Pam? Be fair. Okay, out of the 4 human beings that's up here, I'm going with Peaches Sawyer is the only woman. Alicia Cooper, Shaquana Anderson, and Akima Stanley, them are dudes. Them are dudes. Miss Pam said none of them. So I might be wrong with Peaches. I might be wrong with Peaches. Angie bust out laughing. See that? Clarice said one of them she looks at like a woman. I'm going with Peaches. I'm going with Peaches, y'all. But Akima, that's Akeem. Shaquana, that's Shaquan. And Alicia, that's Al. Peach is the only one I'm fucking with. But check these motherfuckers out, y'all. Let's get into this work.
Peaches Sawyer, too. Cooper is charged with retail theft. The other 3 are charged with property crime enhancement.
Our colleague Grayson heard from police who say that they are actually looking to make even more arrests. Conley?
Katie, Tessa, NCPD says they were able to prove the 4 women were part of at least 27 different thefts and stole over $20,000 worth of merchandise. But the investigation is not over. Police say they were able to gather valuable information during the operation and have identified other suspects on the shoplifting team.
They'd hit so many times, it's almost become a daily occurrence.
A North Charleston shoplifting ring has a burning desire for Bath & Body Works candles. In June, the store caught a whiff of their suspicion.
Now, when you see me look at you like this, audience, some of you might want to cover your ears. I say, when you see me look at you like this, audience, some of y'all may want to cover your ears. These bitches was stealing candles. And I ain't got the right to talk about them? Tell me right now, I end the fucking live, because y'all gonna hear me talk about these stupid dudes. These niggas and their cousin Peaches was stealing candles. See, they just totally disrespected the lowlifes. 2 L's up. They totally disrespected the lowlifes. You were stealing candles. See, Always the Queen just doesn't understand how much I love this woman. Let me tell you why. Because if I didn't love Always the Queen from the bottom of my heart, I would be cursing her out right now. You know why? Because Always the Queen is probably one of the women that had these dumb motherfuckers in the goddamn store stealing candles because other people, like Always the Queen, likes candles.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. Holy's
You bitches in the street that's boosting, stay away from Always the Queen. You're going to jail. I'm going to tell you what's happening to you stupid motherfuckers. Check this out. Fucking with Always the Queen and them goddamn candles, look what's going to happen to you.
Just an illegal activity and contacted North Charleston police.
So after reviewing some of the footage, we decided the only way we were going to stop them was to set up a sting.
Stay the fuck away from Angie Baby too. She talking about, I mean, I'd buy those boosted candles. They like $25 a pop. You bitches is going to jail fucking with Always a Queen and Angie Baby.
Operation.
According to affidavits, the suspects would visit the store with a bag, stuff them with candles valued at over $25 each, and leave the store.
I told you, Angie is the one. I thought it was Always the Queen. Angie is the one that had them bitches stealing candles. If you pay attention, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Check the fuck out what Angie gonna say. I mean, I buy those boosted candles because they're $25 a pop. Now, she knows exactly what they motherfucking cost. Because she sent them bitches in there.
Or within a matter of seconds. They say some of the suspects visited the store more than once a day.
These people we just took into custody have been pretty aggressive, and we're getting more aggressive. And so that was one of the decision factors that we had to step in and do something about it.
The affidavits also showed the suspects visited multiple Bath and Body Works in North Charleston and Mount Pleasant and had been stealing candles since January. Police say it wasn't long before the suspects' plans went up in smoke.
2 hours into it, the subjects that we were looking for hit, and we took 3 into custody right away.
After the July 2nd and 3rd operation, police are planning more. They hope to sniff out other key players, part of the shoplifting ring.
We plan on putting a stop to it here in North Charleston. And if you come to North Charleston to shoplift, you might get a surprise.
Captain Rick Key says detectives are working on warrants for other suspects' arrest. He hopes the sting operations let the retailers know they value them and the safety of the shoppers.
Candles? Them is junkies. Them is goddamn junkies. Them are junkies. And 3 of them, in my opinion, were dudes. Peaches is the only one I'm going to bet some money on that is a female. Peaches look like that crackhead cousin that used to go to school with us. You know, the crackhead cousin that was pretty, all the boys liked her. Then she started fucking with that booger sugar, and then 7 years later, she was running around looking like the lady off Friday. But you think that's silly? How about you got a legitimate store? You're getting money, you got a great revenue, and you decide to sell stolen shit. Let's get to this work.
An evidence room of the Cook County Sheriff's Office looks like retail overstock after at least $2.5 million of...
Shout out to Angie for the super chat. She said Candle Crew. Ain't that some shit? She done sent them women to jail. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Let's go.
An evidence room of the Cook County Sheriff's Office looks like retail overstock after at least $2.5 million of high-end merchandise was confiscated from a near West Side store.
The types of things we got is just stunning, I mean, it's Prada, it's Lululemon, it's Louis Vuitton.
Cook County officers raided this business on West Taylor last Tuesday, where they allege the operators knowingly sold stolen merchandise, even going so far as to request certain in-demand items be stolen for resale.
We were sending people in to sell things that we told them was stolen. We would then go back in with a different undercover officer and buy the stolen stuff we had just sold them. So we were recovering the stuff, and everyone knew it was stolen.
The sheriff says Darius Kelly, the owner of Flea Club.
How the fuck could, look at this nigga here. Look at this nigga here. This nigga looking like something off the PJs, Eddie Murphy cartoon. Look at this nigga here. I don't even like looking at that nigga. He got the screen fucked up. Y'all got niggas coming directly into your store. That's why they don't want to give black people loans. How you got people coming directly to your store selling you stolen goods? Now check this out. If they selling you something stolen in the street, Annette, I see you in the building, girl. You got people coming directly to your store. Check this out. Then you selling them back through your motherfucking store. So you making up fake tax documents. They gonna blow your goddamn head off, you stupid, disgusting, nasty animals. I keep telling you, don't fuck with them niggas that's always in them cheeseburger spots. She said, you look like a possum, probably. This nigga's horrible. Check him out. This nigga look half dead. Check this bullshit out.
And employee Jerry Walker were both charged with felony theft. The store was open today, but no one at the shop wanted to comment on the allegations. Among the items recovered, Air Jordans that hadn't even been released. The sheriff tells us these Air Jordan 4 Retro SEs weren't to be sold publicly until after the Olympics. Sheriff Tom Dart says
You see how stupid that is? Them niggas had the new grades that wasn't supposed to come out till the Olympics start popping. And you got boxes of them shits up in the store. Number one, if you're going to be crooked correct. Dummy, not advocating that. But ain't that what a street team is for? All that hot shit them hot niggas in the street supposed to be selling, if not mistaken. See, where I come from, people have apartments, allegedly. Storefronts, allegedly. Basements, allegedly. Where you'll see no traffic at all, but there's so much traffic going on. Can you dig it? And you have to be recommended to even purchase in these establishments. You just can't walk up and do certain things. They're going to look at you like you fucking crazy. But when you got Humpty Dumpty and Stupid Little doing shit, making black people look dumb again.
his organized retail crime team found the items were stolen from stores and train cars. He adds, the result of massive theft can be detrimental to retailers.
All you have to do is walk down Michigan Avenue right now. You'll see vacancies here and there because they just won't do it anymore.
Now the sheriff's office is working with retailers to return the items. The men charged are due back in court later this month. On the near west side,
another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
If y'all go to my community board, and y'all familiar with other YouTube podcast content creators, I want y'all to go subscribe to The Big Fruit. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the link right now. He got his thing going on. He just opened a real nice establishment down here in Charlotte. He just did a book deal. I'm about to put it in the chat right now. Would appreciate it if y'all get over there and subscribe to my guy. Copied. It's in the thing right there. Right there. I would appreciate it if everybody get over there. That's one of my comrades from Brooklyn. Shout out to my man Biz. I was introduced to him by my man Biz. I don't know if y'all familiar. Shout out to my man St. Laz. Shout out to my man Biz. We actually were responsible for bringing the Lafayette Gardens stories to St. Laz. Tell y'all a quick story. Me and my man Biz, he just came home. His name is Arthur Felton. Shout out to Biz. He just came home. I was popping on St. Laz. Biz felt as though he wanted to talk about some things pertaining to Lafayette Gardens projects. Me and Biz told some truths. And Biz told some truths that may have ruffled some feathers, you know? And Biz decided to have St. Laz take it down. Did I want him to take it down? No, we're going to let that be known right now. Because what it is, what it shall be, it will be. It was 100 years ago, certain things was going on the street, and we was dealing with certain things pertaining to dishonor and disloyal movements. You dig? But shout out to Fruquan. He was hit with a 36-year to life sentence. He overturned some of it, came home. Shout out to him and his wife, Mrs. Bailey. They got a beautiful bar in Charlotte, if y'all in Charlotte, North Carolina. They just did a book he just wrote a book called The Wise and World Story of the CMB, Cash Money Brothers from Lafayette Gardens. If you know, you know. Shout out to all the real rights out there. Well, we're going to have Fruquan up here. He already told me, if you look at my community board, he already told me that he's ready to have a conversation with Big Dice on the Big Dice Chronicles. He's been in the chat a few times. Official Brooklyn legend. You dig? I'm from a cloth that's really forgotten about, and I'm really excited about that. So do me a favor, make sure if you don't check that bell notification, sometimes they be throwing it off. I appreciate everybody that just subbed. You dig what I'm saying? He got a great book. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere. It's called The World and Wise Story, CMB. If you look at the intro, my man World, Peanut, rest in peace, Ivory Davis, my man Hamo. See, I don't just put like some people, I don't want to say that the wrong way. Some people put pictures up of gangsters, you know, and I've gave my admiration to certain gangsters that I've never been around, such as Guy Fisher. Honorable. I take my hat off to him. I would love to meet him. Shout out to Guy Fisher for coming home. You dig what I'm saying? Lou Sims, another official gangster. I've never had the honor of meeting. These is people that I would accolade and put up. But when it come to me, I put gangsters up that I've been around. You dig? To help mold me. So, like I said, shout out to Lou. Shout out to Guy Fisher. Them is really two cats that I've heard about for a long time that did it the right way. I would be honored to even be in the presence of them. You know what I'm saying? The Pee Wee Kirklands. You dig what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, I don't know about these other niggas. Shout out to Mo. That's a fact. That's a fact, Miss Annette. Blame it on the reefer, y'all. Don't blame it on the heart. You dig? But it's certain people that, because of people I know that know certain people and my uncles and them, the stories I've heard that came back so accurate. Shit, I would be honored just to be in the space of them just to touch their hand, like they said back in the days. Touch my hand and you might get $100 grand. You understand what I'm saying to you? So what that is when somebody from somebody of a certain stature, acknowledged you enough just to say, come here, young fella, and give you £1. Shit, that's $1 million touch, if you know what I'm talking about. You dig what I'm saying? Because, man, I ain't even gonna go into it. Forgive me, y'all. Let's get into this hood news with my point of views. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what's going up in these post offices, but y'all know for years there's always been the inside assistance of people that work in post offices that be part of stealing, making sure certain things get through, customs and stuff like that when it comes to postal. I pulled up two good quick things about Postal. One dude, he got banged up, you know what I'm saying, with these checks. Y'all know how they feel about these checks. Let's see, but we're going to go over this. But the second one is kind of sad. So let's go to the fact of the cop, this dude right here. But I can't knock him, but he got caught. Let's go. Fair YouTube usage.
About a major theft from a mail facility at JFK Airport. 2 postal workers have now been arrested, and they're accused of stealing Treasury checks, maybe worth even as much as $40 million. News 4's Gus Rosendale joining us from the newsroom tonight with what else we've learned, Gus.
Well, Natalie, detectives with the NYPD tell us they were initially tipped off by a bank that red flagged suspicious deposits, and they end up joining forces with federal authorities, and that joint effort led to arrests earlier today.
What you guys do? What happened?
Tonight, these suspects are accused of conspiring to steal more than 100 checks worth millions of dollars from the JFK mail facility.
We uncovered really a point of compromise.
They going to jail. Somebody already telling. Shout out to Miss Miyagi. We see you in the building. Check this out. You see why these niggas going to jail? The last nigga that shrugged his shoulder, he already made a deal. Check him out.
It led to arrests earlier today.
What you guys do? What happened?
Tonight, these suspects are accused of conspiring to steal more than 100 checks worth millions of dollars from the JFK mail facility.
We uncovered really a point of compromise, and that point of compromise was JFK post office.
Prosecutors believe it's the biggest theft at JFK since the famous Lufthansa heist in 1978, when about $6 million in cash and jewelry was stolen from the airport. United States Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, Breon Peace, said in a statement, criminals who cash in on checks stolen from the mail can expect to fill out change of address forms for the federal prison they will be calling home. 2 of the defendants, prosecutors say, worked for the Postal Service. 3 others are charged with endorsing and depositing what investigators describe as stolen checks issued by the U.S. Treasury, mainly heading to international destinations.
These are checks that people are waiting for. These are checks that people are waiting for their livelihood.
New at 6, we've learned that included Social Security benefits, COVID stimulus checks, and tax refunds. Indictments charge at least $4 million was stolen. However, NYPD detectives think a lot more was taken.
When we look at ledgers that have been recovered and phone records and the like, our investigative theory is that over $40 million has been fraudulently either obtained or affected. So it's a big number.
A team of local and federal law enforcement has been working on the case for the past year and a half.
These are individuals working at the post office that we entrust. We give really a sacred trust to, right? To deliver everything with integrity.
It is our calling these suspects dangerous. They say one had a loaded gun nearby when he was taken into custody. Live in the newsroom, I'm Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York. Chuck will send it to you.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of mind I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. Hold these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Yo, shout out y'all. That's Dog Soldier in the background. At Gideon Exodus. I ain't even know, so I just loaded him up with the motherfucking gun on that one too. I didn't know who it was, but when he came in, shout out to the chat. But something right here, I want y'all to put your prayers up. You know what I'm saying? This is like really, really close and a small proximity of my family and friends. Unfortunately, a young lady down here, right here in the town, hard-working girl, post office worker. These Egypt, be quiet. Calm down. She wakes up out of sleep screaming. I tell you, this dog got Down syndrome. Egypt has dog Down syndrome. You hear it? This is what I got to deal with. Listen. Egypt, there's nobody here. You make it seem like somebody's standing right next to you.
Streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me. Yeah, you know the streets say.
She's suffering from dog Down syndrome. Please forgive me. She's suffering from dogs. Keisha says she's having a bad dream. No, she's suffering from dog Down syndrome. If she hear a motorcycle or she hear a loud exhaust from a truck, she goes crazy. That's what she's suffering from, Miss Pam. That's what she's suffering from. Fuck the bad dream. Excuse my language, Keish. This dog got dog Down syndrome. I'm talking about this is the Corky of fucking dogs right here. This is the Corky of dogs. This dog is spoiled. This dog can be disrespectful. I know y'all may think I'm joking. Dog Soldier can tell you what I'm saying to you right now. If you are a dog owner, you can understand what I'm saying. Y'all laugh because y'all see Egypt and go, "Ah, she's so beautiful," when she jumps up and stuff like that. Fuck that. I'm telling y'all some real shit. I be having contemplating arguments with myself. I be ready to sell it to the Chinese restaurant. Yo, it's not that. Miss Pam, she is crazy. She hear a dog. No, listen to me. She hear a motorcycle, she gonna jump up biting. If she hear a loud exhaust, she gonna jump up biting. She be dead sleep. She was just dead sleep, sleeping on the floor, dead sleep. She heard the motorcycle, she jumps up like somebody beat her with a stick. The dog has Down syndrome. You see what I mean? Look, for nothing. For nothing. See, because now that she's out of her sleep, she's like a cranky person. She's very cranky. She might get that from me. To be woken up abruptly, I could be very, very, very nasty myself. See, she's very nasty right now. This dog is crazy. And she's protective of me. But the dog has Down syndrome. You know what? Tribe, this dog right here got Down syndrome. Anything that y'all could come up with. She has Down syndrome. Attitude, Down syndrome. She barks, Down syndrome. She sleeps like she got Down syndrome. If I give her a bath, she reacts like she has Down syndrome. Like, you know, if somebody had Down syndrome and you put them in a tub and they might be fearful of water, this is her. You understand what I'm saying to you? If I get treats, she act like she got Down syndrome. All right, but shout out to Miss Wednesday. Young lady down here. That's a fact too. She really got a little crazy, y'all, after Zeus passed away. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think about that sometimes and it kind of saddens me, and I don't like to think about it like that, but since Zeus passed away, oh, that's a fact. She's something to play with. I ain't gonna front. She Dojo Argentina. She full of 100. She dangerous. But let me tell you something. When Zeus passed away, it's like sometimes it's like his spirit is her. Because Zeus used to be laid back, but if you fuck with him, then they're gonna tear your face off. If I tell him to rock and roll, he ain't gonna stop until I say cut the music off. That was my go and cutoff word, rock and roll. All I had to do was say rock and roll and point. That nigga get on you like he love you. If I say cut that music off, he'll walk away from you like he never bit you. If I point to you, God bless his soul, when Zeus is alive, and say rock and roll, it was like a guitar playing. Like a guitar playing. These is facts. But shout out to this lady right here and give prayers to her family. We got to give a shout to these postal workers that's working in these hot towns and these rural towns, especially down here in the South, because when they're in the back of these vans all day, that heat exertion is not for them. They need to spend some money and give these people some Jeep Cherokees or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where they can have the option to take the top off. You see, remember the Jeep Cherokee trucks? You had the option to take the top off. They should put something like that into the effect because of the summertime pertaining to transporting mail, because this young lady was sitting up doing her round all day in the back, sorting her mail. She felt a little lightheaded. She got up, she went to the restroom, and that's where they found her. And that's where they found her, man. This shit is real sad. Rest in peace to her and her family. You dig what I'm saying? Sad. This shit is just sad.
WREL Investigates has learned OSHA is looking into the recent death of a Fayetteville postal worker as a heat-related incident. Family members tell us 51-year-old Wednesday Johnson was a postal supervisor. They say she became unresponsive inside a post office restroom after being in the back of a hot mail truck for hours. WREL's Gilbert Bays spoke with her son and daughter, who have fond memories of their mother and also want answers about the tragic way she died.
Well, I talked to Wednesday Johnson's son earlier this morning. He said he was actually on the phone texting his mother while she was in the back of one of these postal trucks. She texted him and said that she was extremely hot. She went into the restroom in the post office, and that's where they found her unresponsive.
Me, as I know my mom, I know my mom loves. She gives out a lot of love.
Wednesday Johnson was affectionately called Wendy by family and friends. We're told she comes from a big, loving family. She was their rock. She even loved to skydive. Johnson was a supervisor at the Lakedale Post Office on Owen Drive. But on June 6, tragedy struck in the bathroom of the post office next to Harris Teeter on Rayford Road. Johnson's co-workers called her 18-year-old daughter and said her mother had been rushed to Cape Fear Valley Medical Center.
They were just saying, yeah, she was on the back of a truck. It was really hot. As soon as she got back from being off the truck, she went to the bathroom. And then when somebody came to the bathroom, they just found her 15 minutes later, unresponsive.
This is the kind of truck she was in. It has a fan on the dashboard, but no air conditioner. One postal worker who didn't want to be on camera.
Pay attention to this, y'all. Pay attention to this truck.
It has a fan on the dashboard, but no air conditioner.
It has a fan on the dashboard. Check this out. You heard what they just said? This shit got a fan on the dashboard. A fan on the dashboard and no air conditioning. And down here, unfortunately, our postal workers got to get right from the front to the back to sort out certain mail and stuff like that. All fucking day. Yo, it's hot like a motherfucker down here, y'all. Them little tin cans that they got right there. Them is tin cans. They don't even care enough about the postal workers to give them air conditioning. Is that shit crazy? Is that shit crazy? Annette said, that's horrible. They need to do better. Shaking my head. Miss Miyagi said, things don't change until something happens. Unfortunately, things should be thought about beforehand. Shaking my head. Prayers out to her whole family. No air conditioner, Miss Pam. No air conditioner. You see that? Miss Pam, you down here in the South. Mount Vernon, I see you in the building. You down here in the South. Y'all know how, Miss Miyagi, you in the South. You know what it is, but this is slavery heat. This is the heat beyond slavery. I used to work for Walmart, 60/40 distribution, loading them big trucks y'all see, quote unquote, on the highway. Them 53-footers, them shits, let me tell you something. They used to tell us when we open the door to move to the side. They say, don't let the dragon hit you. Them trucks like that, them little be sitting out in the parking lot all day in the sun baking. When we used to open them doors, they called the dragon the heat that used to rush off the back of that shit. They say that should have burned the hair off your goddamn face. This young lady was out there, 51 years old, same age as me. She ain't no young bunny. She ain't no old piece of wood. But goddamn it, she ain't no brand new pedestal neither.
Conditioner. One postal worker who didn't want to be on camera told me they called these postal trucks easy bake ovens. OSHA is investigating the incident as a possible heat-related death. Johnson's son says his mother would text family members about the heat inside the trucks.
She texted my aunt and she said, yeah, I'm in the back of this truck and I'm hot. Being in her situation, I don't think she should have been in the truck on 95-degree weather when in the back of that truck it's like 102. So I know my mom probably went to go gather herself in a cool environment. So it must have been too much for her.
Family members cannot believe she's gone.
Like when I would think of my mom, I would think of my own community because I didn't need nobody else but her.
So we're waiting on the OSHA investigation and the medical examiner's report to determine.
May I pay attention to what I'm trying to show you? You see how he's standing there right now? Pay attention. You see this right here? You see this right here, ladies and gentlemen? That's how they park their trucks at night before the next day when people come to go to work. Now check this out. That motherfucking sun is up at 5:15 down here, 5:30. That bitch is cooking eggs at 6:10. Sometimes they're not even on them motherfucking trucks until 9:30, where they have to go get them trucks, bring them back, and they're already hot. Then they have to load them shits with mail. And then that's what they're given to drive around during the day. That's supposed to be their protection from the sun. Them shits is sitting out there in the motherfucking sun cooking. Look how fucked up that is right there, man. And they got the nerve to say that they only gave them fans? Lawsuit.
On the OSHA investigation and the medical examiner's report to determine exactly how Johnson died. In the meantime, the family says they're cherishing the wonderful way she lived. In Fayetteville, Gilbert Bays, WRAL News.
This brilliant device keeps.
That's a cold-blooded fact. Rest in peace to that woman. That shit is sad. Like Ms. Pam said, horribly sad. That shit is horribly sad, man. Now check this out. You know it's a seat, and then it's the shelves and the pouches where all of the mail has to be. Now you have to be in the back of that hot spot sorting out this shit all day, house to house, no fucking ventilation, in a tiny ass van. Like that shit like some shit that the people walk around with at the beach that be bougie and shit like that. That little tiny ass motherfucking fan. That woman was cooked alive, man. That woman was cooked with a little ass fucking fan. I hope they get it all. This nigga right here, that's why you don't know if you can trust the police or not. All the police ain't right, but then all the police ain't bad. Look at this dumbass nigga and what he decided to do. Remember where y'all heard this shit first. God damn it, if it's interesting to me, it's interesting to more than three. Let's go.
And new tonight at 5, an ex-con facing significant federal drug charges accused of running an enterprise in Mobile and it involved cocaine and fentanyl.
The indictment is connected to a case we've been following involving a child's backpack full of cocaine. Our investigative reporter, Brendan Kirby, has been combing through the indictment and property records. He's live at the Breaking News Center.
Yeah, and Brendan, you talked about this earlier this week, that there were indications the case was going federal.
Yeah, that's right, Lenise and Shelby, and it sure has. We still don't know everything because a good portion of that indictment remains blacked out, but we do know that there are multiple defendants and that the allegations involve drug sales totaling 7 figures. Glennie Antonio McGee's legal problems just got a whole lot worse. Already facing drug trafficking charges in state court, he now faces federal charges that could result in a life prison sentence. McGee, who the indictment says goes by the name Little Man, is one of 2 federal defendants who have been identified. The rest remain secret. His lawyer in the related state case, Jason Darley, says he's not yet examined the evidence in the federal case.
Now, obviously, it's an indictment. I mean, those are allegations at this point. As we had talked before, he was arrested in state court, but there was a marshal's hold on him pretty early on, so we knew that meant something was coming from the federal court here in Mobile.
A criminal complaint in state court alleges that McGee was responsible for cocaine found in the Harvey Court home of Tierra Hill, including in the backpack of Hill's 3-year-old child. Hill has been charged in the state case.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm feeling a little better, but sometimes a little scratchy voice. That's why that nigga should sit in jail for the rest of his fucking life. Don't even kill him. Put that nigga in jail for the rest of his life. Put that nigga in jail for the rest of his life with nobody. Let that nigga do his bed every day by himself. Let that nigga be in the yard by himself. Let that nigga be a wreck by himself. Let the nigga get lunch by himself. When a nigga going in the goddamn chow room, it's just his food waiting for him. He can't even see. That nigga's a foul individual. You see his girl. You notice when them women be trying to hold dudes down. I ain't knocking y'all, because these are decisions you choose to make when it come to your babies. That's why I don't fuck with certain broads. That's a cold-blooded fact. I've gotten into arguments with women because of the decisions they made for their children. Fuck me. What about your kid? I've heard some of the dumbest responses. Don't worry about that. That's my child. You don't have to worry about that. That's his father's concern. What? What? Why would you have this shit around your child? Matter of fact, why would you allow this motherfucker to watch your child? Why are you always asking me questions? Because I'm confused. That's why I'm asking you questions. Because I'm sincerely fucking confused. You know this chick right here is going to be high and drunk all night, and your baby is 16, 17 months, and you're going to trust this motherfucker with your baby for a day or two? Are you crazy? It's women that I've knew before when I was younger, and I used to be on them about certain things, and we may have went our way because of certain things that they didn't want to hear. To this day, they'd be like, yo, Dice, I wish I would have listened to you. And that's when I was stupid. Pay attention. This when I was stupid. But I always had some motherfucking sense. I don't know if that's going over your head. This is when I was stupid, but I always had some motherfucking sense. This nigga right here is a fucking clown.
But hasn't been named in the federal indictment. The federal indictment doesn't mention the backpack, but charges McGee with using a person younger than 18 in drug operations and lists the date, March 30th, the same date that Mobile County Sheriff's deputies raided Hill's home. The other publicly identified federal defendant is McGee's wife, Achanza Dianca Maxey. She owns a business on Rochelle Street in Mobile called Belle and Beau Boutique. The indictment seeks a money judgment against McGee for $1.68 million, along with 3 high-end cars, a lot of jewelry, and other items that are blacked out in the indictment. It also seeks a forfeiture order against homes McGee owns throughout the city. That includes his personal home, an undeveloped lot in western Mobile County, and 7 other houses. McGee and Hill are supposed to have a preliminary hearing on Monday in state court, but it's not clear if that will still happen now that there's a federal indictment.
Because the allegations overlap, a lot of times the state won't elect to prosecute because the time is more significant in federal court if a conviction is sought or obtained. So I mean, it's just early on right now. We don't even know all of the parties in it. A lot of the indictment is blacked out, so it's really early.
I reached out to Hill's lawyer and Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood, but haven't heard back from either. I also talked briefly with Achanza Maxey, but she declined to comment. She and McGee are expected to be arraigned in federal court in the coming days.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said us.
That's a fact. Shout out to my man Chief. He said Elizabeth, New Jersey in the building. Salute Dice in the chat. I'm at work. Shout out to the Now. We here. Putting your motherfucking kids in the motherfucking line of danger. Now, if you got a decision to make, your silly ass getting some bullshit, I feel bad for you too. But I gotta respect it. But your kids, and what gets me so is, this dude was an ex-cop. He had 7 homes. They going for the forfeiture. They want all that. They said 1.8 million damn near in cash and jewelry. You putting cocaine and fentanyl in a child's bag. Now, what if that child would have went in that motherfucking bag? She said they call him, Miss Pam said, I heard they call him little man. I guess it's because he has to have a little brain. I don't know what's stupider. Him with the drugs, them dumbass niggas that was stealing checks, or the chicks that was stealing motherfucking candles. Or the chicks that was stealing candles. We got to do better. Now, I ain't gonna front, I feel kind of bad. I must say this. When I was younger, if I'd have been working in the mail office, because I have friends back in the days that was working in the post office because they went through internships through high school. I'd have been doing the same shit they were doing because I would have not have no sense and no self-control. Them niggas was stealing all the credit cards. This is back in the days before credit cards was viral with computers and stuff like that. They was taking all the jewelry and all the checks. I ain't gonna front. I'd have been down with that dumb shit. God forgive me. God forgive me. I ain't gonna front. God forgive me. My stupid ass would have been down with that shit too. I ain't gonna lie to you people. When we was coming up, we was fucked up. If you'd have let me in the motherfucking post office around some goddamn checks and some credit cards back in the days, y'all, just to be a little better or more comfortable in the hood, my stupid ass would have been down with that shit too. BX Indio, salute. I'm not going front. I wouldn't do that today. I told y'all, now with the job I got now, this is the funniest shit I had. I've been had a bunch of jobs. I can't make this shit up, y'all. This is the first time I've ever respected a job that I had. I didn't work. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. This is the first time I've ever respected a job after the job that I lost broke my heart. I'm going to tell you about the job I had that broke my heart. Annette, you know I was stupid back in the days. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about before I had the receding hairline. You see? Look. See that? I'm talking about before I had the receding hairline, I was an animal. I'd have went for that money. But let me tell y'all the best job that I had that I really, really respected before now. I used to work in a group home. P&R, positive reinforcement. We had 4 kids. Sometimes we had 5 kids a month. This is when I learned how fucked up the system is. This is some real deep shit I'm about to tell y'all. True story. Shout out to Miss Mamie. This lady, I came to this is how they hired you. You had to be recommended by somebody that was an employee that already worked at the group home. Check this out. You had to be recommended, and then they used to have meetings every Monday night. Baby Grizz, salute. That's a fact, Miss Pam. She said some people still doing it. Ours was called P&R, positive reinforcement. Every Monday, you would have to come to these meetings because they was informative about if you was interested in working in a group home, when it came to sociology, certain things pertaining to the kids, certain things that they had expectations of. But just because you came to the meetings does not mean that, quote unquote, they would hire you. So ironically, I went to a couple of meetings. I went to exactly 2 meetings. Shout out to my man, John McAllister. I went to 2 meetings. In the middle of the week, I got a phone call from my man, John. He was like, yo, they want to put you on a schedule. And that's it. I'm talking about back in the days too, Dice. I was out there, but not sloppy. See, because you was a slick pimp. You was a pimp. I respect it. I respect it. They give me the phone call. They said, Joe, we want you to start working. We need you to be here Saturday night. We want you to work from 12 at night to 8:45 in the morning. No problem. They felt as though that the way I handled myself, the way that I dressed, my appearance, my attire, felt as though the way I interacted with them, after 2 weeks, they said, you know what, this might be a great team member. See what Grizz said? That's where I work, the group home. Good job, see? See, you gotta understand? You know why I know Grizz said that? Because us coming from the street, he's gonna see 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 individuals that's gonna remind him of himself when he was younger. See, that's what I saw in the group home. That's why this will always be my favorite job. They used to call me Mr. D. I taught them kids how to cook. I taught them kids how to cut grass. I taught them kids how to start how to cook off the grill, how to start coal and fire. I taught them kids how to fish. I took them kids to Walmart with their little allowances, and I showed them the importance of soap, toothbrushes, the amenities that they needed. I showed them how to interact with people in Walmart. One of the best jobs I ever had. But let me tell you about the government, state of North Carolina. They decided to eliminate C-level group homes. It's A, B, C-level group homes. B and C, B was like, yo, you're in a group home. You're going to stay here until you learn how to interact with everybody at the group home first. Then we might trust you with interacting with your family again, because your family is the one that called us to remove you out the home. Sad. Then there was the C group home. That was us. They stayed with us. It was less like a facility. It was a home where they had mostly their own rooms. They had freedom. They went to school every day. Check this out. They got to leave the home. They went to school every day. And they had the option of going to be with their parents on the weekends, just as long as they complied with the rules of the group home from the week. Facts. My best job ever. My man Grizz said, facts. I love the job because I'm giving life lessons, bonuses every other month. See that? Shout out to baby Grizz. The state of North Carolina decided to eliminate C group homes. So they said they felt as though they didn't want no more of them. So it's A, B. So it's A, B, which is like military, and then jail. And then the next step is put your ass in jail, in prison. And that's that funny story. I ran away from my group home, took a cab from Harlem, update from Harlem, $400. Got caught, sent it back, and turned it up so much, they put me out. See that? She crazy. Angie said, that's dope, Grizz. That's a cold-blooded fact. Because I was working for the group home, y'all, when, you see what he said? Who gets paid to watch movies and play PlayStation? Ironically, when Michael Jackson passed away, I was working at the group home. When Michael Jackson passed away, I was working at the group home, and the kids was off, so we watched the funeral together. Because they wanted to know why they felt as though so many people were coming to see Michael Jackson. So I broke down his legacy. One kid that really hit me, his name was Adam. He used to always have problems with wetting the bed. So he would get punished for wetting the bed. Listen to this shit now. This is when I started hating my job. When I spoke to him one day, I said, yo, Adam, let me ask you something. Why don't you just get up and use the bathroom? He said, Mr. D, I be waking up and I be wanting to go to the bathroom, but the medication they got me on, I can't move. So that shit kind of hit me different. It made me think about every night before they went to sleep, there was certain medication that we had to administrate to them to make sure that they followed and took before they went to bed. So check this out. The little boy wakes up out of sleep. His body's telling him that he have to use the bathroom, but the medicine that he was on had him in a paralyzed state where he couldn't even get out the bed. And he was getting punished for that. But check this out. I heard him talking about his mother one day, just cursing his mother's soul. I was supposed to write him up and all that, but I didn't. Instead of me writing him up, I asked him, I said, yo, Adam, can I ask you a question? He said, what's that? I said, I lost my mother and I miss her so much. Can I ask you a question? Why do you dislike your mother so much? He said, do you want to know the truth, Mr. D? I said, yeah. He said, are you going to tell on me? I said, this is between me and you. He said, because she's a fucking whore. Now pay attention to what I just said to y'all. 11-year-old boy looked at me and said, my mother's a fucking whore. What I say to him is, yo, chill. You can't be talking about your moms like that, bro. I don't care what your moms did. He said, but you don't understand, Mr. D. You don't even understand what she did to me. I'm tired of her. I wish she died. And then I thought about the write-up and the bio they had on him. Because all the kids have a bio. When you work in a group home, there's like a summary or a bio, a description of what they're supposed to do, what they're not going to do, what they have done, the reason why they're in the group home, such and such. In the bio, they said he tried to kill his mother. 11 years old now. He said, I hate her. I said, could you please explain to me, what did she do to you? He said, she won't let me see my father. This is a white kid, y'all. This is a white child. This ain't no black kid. This is a white child. He said, she won't let me see my father. So before I get a chance to ask him, what do you mean? He goes into a story. He said, Mr. D, you know why I tried to kill her? Did I ever ask him that? Nope. He just said it. His father drove trucks cross state. His father was getting paying child support. His father was supposed to see his son once a month, every other month, and the whole summer. Listen to what was his ordered by the law. You get to see his child one weekend, once a month, out of 1 weekend a month out of 4 months, right? 1 weekend a month, every other month, excuse me, and the summer. He said, my mother waited for my father to pull up in front of the house. His father pulled up with his rig, with the truck or whatever he be driving, not with nothing on the back, just the rig. And his mother ignored his father's phone call as he was in front of that house calling her repeatedly. So when he told his mother, are you going to let me go with my dad? She said, I hate your dad. I decided for you not to see him. She picks the phone up and tells him, I'm taking him with me for the weekend with my boyfriend. If you don't leave my property, I'm going to call the police. Because of his father's past and his history with drinking and alcoholism and his domestic issues with his mother, he had to leave. But check this out. When that lady went to sleep that night, that little boy tried to set her on motherfucking fire. Always the queen said, what that woman did to that child is evil. That child tried to set her on fire that night. I listened to an 11-year-old boy tell me out of his mouth and just describe vividly and crystal clear about his mother having sexual encounters with men and suffering from alcoholism and taunting the fact that she knew that little boy just wanted to go see his father. So he tried to kill her. I asked him, why would you try to kill your mother? See, this is what children be thinking. He said, because then my dad would have kept me. See, that's what little kids be thinking. They don't know about the real system, child services, that's going to step. They don't know nothing about no child services. They like, yo, if I kill mommy, I automatically get to go live with daddy. Or if I kill daddy, I automatically go get the kid to kill mommy. No, you don't. You know what made me hate this job more? The more in tune I got with these children, the stories they told me, like Adam, he's getting punished because the medication that they was giving him was too strong for him. But you know why they ain't let them kids go? Y'all ready for this one? Yo, Grizz, I'm about to say something, Grizz. I'm about to say something, Grizz. If you ever worked at a group home, you know I'm telling the truth. And I don't know how much Grizz is going to tell me. The minute I say this statement right now, Grizz is going to tell me what's going on right now as far as the economy. Came to find out that them children was worth $6,500 a month each. So see, when you got the street dudes and the people that's been through stuff, male and female, that's getting in these group homes trying to get through to these kids because they see things in them before it's too young that's going to give them life-changing events that may push them over the edge like some of us already be. Then you find out you part of a fucking hustle. You part of a fucking hustle, always a queen. $6,500 a piece for them children. A month. A month. We always have 4 children. Sometimes we had 5. Do the math. Do the math, y'all. What's that about? 400? 400 a month with 4 kids? See what Grizz said? His company made over $11 million. If it wasn't for the state of North Carolina eliminating that program and that assistance, that government assistant program, which was C-level group homes, I probably would have still been working there right now. But I'm so grateful, and I appreciate my job, and I appreciate them when they called me and checked on me. They was like, yo, we even gonna pay you, man. Don't even worry about it. You got COVID. Your doctor done faxed over all the paperwork. God is so good. You know, I get little heat spells every now and then. I'm not as achy as I was. My face don't feel like it's on fire. Like my eyes, like my eyes and everything in my head used to feel like it was on fire. That's why you notice I be keeping a towel. But I'm not feeling like I was feeling yesterday or the day before that. You see what Grizz said? Facts, no cap. She said this whole world is fucked up. Excuse my comment, but it's horrific. This is, yo, it's all for the money, Miss Miyagi. See, but they don't understand why it made me so motherfucking mad, because I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. When I stopped working at that place, I started getting money. They gave us some bread to leave, and I went right to the fucking block. You know why? Because I was angry. I was angry because I had a job that I was comfortable with. I had a job when I knew I was helping somebody that was paying attention to me. Because you know adults don't want to hear shit. But these babies was listening to me. I was teaching them how to cook. I let these little gangsters know that a man could cook. I used to be all crazy. The best cooks in the world is men. One of you ladies say it ain't, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. My mother told me it's nothing more sexy than a motherfucking attractive man smelling good in the kitchen that can cook some motherfucking food. My mother schooled me, y'all. This woman took her time to groom me. See, my mother ain't like motherfucking Usher Raymond's moms. See, Usher Raymond let her son Go to P. Diddy to be groomed. That's why her son fucked up right now and Pity going through all that bullshit. My mother took the time to groom me herself, and she ain't even have the time because she was always at work. But she did a hell of a motherfucking job. Thank you, Miss Miyagi. She said, glad to hear you okay. My job, let me tell you something. See, that's one thing about the streets I thought about thinking about niggas be wanting to be in the streets so much. Number one, the way I'm feeling, if I was outside, I couldn't even be outside. I couldn't be outside comfortably. I couldn't be outside safe. I feel weak. Fever fluctuating up and down. Sometimes I just want to lay down. Shout out to Zeke Black. He been hitting me up every day. Dog Soldier, everybody been telling me just make sure I keep moving. Just certain shit you just know, like, shout out to my job. They was just like, yo, when I walked into my job, first of all, when I didn't go to work Monday, Tuesday, people was looking at me. The first thing they said is, yo, Dice, you good? McLeod, what up? Like, something ain't right. You don't miss work. You dig? So that made me feel extremely appreciated. See, sometimes that's what fuck up us gangsters too, when we go to jobs and then they overlook our motherfucking effort that we put into the companies. That's what'll fuck it up. But see, when you got the cool ass supervisors and plant operation managers and general managers that have rapports with you and they was like, yo, I don't like when I don't see you. I'm glad you all right. And then when they looking at me going, yo, you don't look right. It's 7:30 in the morning. I started working about maybe 8:27, 8:30. It's people coming from me from all angles. My homegirls, supervisors, yo, Dice, check this out. Go to the nurse. Yo, Dice, I don't like how you look. Yo, matter of fact, get the fuck up out of here. Take your ass to the doctor. I don't give a fuck what you're doing, but we're not going to allow you to work. See, that let me know that they don't look at me as someone that's expendable. Because sometimes niggas go through the James Evan motherfucking syndromes. James used to always beefing because once he hit 40 years old, they started shitting on him when it came to work because of younger people. But see, one thing for sure, two things for certain. They know it ain't one nigga back there that can really outwork me. So my markers already have been made. They like, yo, he different. And shout out to my doctors, Mr. Vin, Miss Catherine. They both was trying to tell me you shouldn't go back to work. I was like, I'm going back to work Thursday. I'm going to be all right. They was like, no, you're not. Miss Kathy was looking at me going, she was like, yo, Dice, your eyes are completely red. Your face looks swollen. She said, I don't want you going back to work this week. I said, but I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I got to go to work. She said, I would rather you stay out till Monday. I said, I would rather you go ahead and write me a letter and let me go back to work Thursday. She was like, this is what I'm going to tell you. She said, Thursday, you're not going to feel right. And she was telling me this before my results came back for being positive with COVID. Because when she looked at me, she was like, yo, you all right? I'm like, I feel horrible. So when they gave me the test of COVID, it was taking a little longer. They said they'll call me. They said, if we don't call you, don't worry about it. Then people say, yo, baby, we calling to tell you got that goddamn boogeyman, nigga. I didn't panic. I even praised God more, to tell you the truth, because I used to laugh because I never had it. And I thought some people were over-exaggerating just for empathy or people to feel, nah, this shit is different. The way that I feel, I'm never going to let nobody know, but this shit different. Like, this shit different. That shit is different. That shit is really, really different. The way they doing shit, just be careful. Make sure y'all keep your motherfucking, your Lysol, your disinfected, your hand disinfectant and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you got to be around groups of people, you know what I'm saying? Spread some motherfucking love. It's the Brooklyn way. And get the fuck away from niggas. Try to be outside. That coughing shit is real. I'm never one to cough. So when I started, especially if I ain't burning, I'm coughing going, what the fuck is wrong with me? And shout out to that Mexican goddamn cough syrup them niggas gave me. That shit is disrespectful. 5 milligrams 4 times a day is needed. 2 times, I'm feeling good. Pay attention to your loved ones. I appreciate y'all for holding me down. I appreciate y'all for sending your prayers out. I know some of y'all at work. Appreciate y'all the most for pulling up because y'all could get fired on your goddamn phones, but you fucking with the kid. You dig what I'm saying? For y'all that's sitting up in the crib rolling up, playing spades. I love y'all more too, because y'all could be watching something else. Y'all could be watching Family Feud. You could be watching Steve Harvey or some shit like that. You could be watching BET. You could be watching The Wire. You could be watching anything, but you fucking with me. And that's it. I still spray Lysol. Oh, Grizz, I'm definitely on it. I'm definitely on it. Clorox wipes on hands, as she said. Y'all set y'all bell notification. Y'all might see me pop up later on. My prayers is going out to everybody. I hope people get the anger that's out of their hearts with that I'm seeing on YouTube. But I'm done giving my ministry to that, as they say. My cousin was like, yo, you reminded me of preacher sometime, cuz. So, you know, ministry has nothing to do with preaching. Ministry just has something to do with advising. See, when it's really ministry, it's advice. It's genuine advice with no malicious intentions. It may come across crazy sometimes, y'all, but it's no malicious intentions. And I think people that been around each other for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever like that on YouTube, all jokes aside, we done built the fucking family. Y'all just don't, you got family members I don't like, so fuck it. Y'all ain't gotta like me. Shit, I don't like some of y'all, but we ain't gotta disrespect each other. You know when you go to that motherfucking family reunion, somebody get out of line, one of them elders gonna beat the shit out you, and you're gonna get barred from the next family reunion. So like in the words of China Brim, let's act accordingly. Peace.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?